we go again.
Yes, bitch! Magnet! Oh!
地球の心と物質
Yeah, man, this guy's giving me no fucking space. I'm like trying to like scooch a little bit back, and he's like, nah, dog, I'm staying right here. And for those who can't see it, because you literally can't even see it on the camera, but Link is like fucking right here.
He's in your
Like-
fucking personal space.
Like, I love that little skit in Rick and Morty.
Personal space.
Hey, welcome back, and we're gonna be talking about personal space. So one, don't get in my personal space.
Two,
stay out of my personal space. Who was that? Who was there? Okay, all right. Oh man, my skin's getting really uncomfortable. I don't know if I like this.
I was thinking, what's it called? To like come up with shit, right? Like not just music, but just like things like that, right? Like I like to think that episode, if you've never watched it, Rick and Morty, where they just have like a Robot Chicken-esque type of, and if you don't know what Robot Chicken is, just stop listening. No, I'm kidding.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
Like esque of like just mini clips of little random shit they could do with like universe theme things, multi-dimensional TV basically.
Yeah.
And it was just like really get like coming up with stuff. That stuff you can do it naturally, but really getting high as fuck or drunk as fuck and really coming up with stuff is like a thing.
Yeah.
And it's like how most incredible, funny, or like really creative things come about. And I think that shit is so crazy, man.
I just told someone who hadn't who did not know this.
Hadn't know that.
But someone did not know this that I just recently told, that the fact that Stephen King was like used to do a lot of coke back in the day.
Yeah, and he smoked a shitload of cigarettes and drank a shitload.
And like his whole thing about how he used to write a lot of his books in one sitting was because of the fact that he was just on coke the whole time.
He could
just fucking zone the fuck in.
And when I mention like getting high as fuck, coming with ideas, it's not like get high as fuck and it's like, yo, you know it'd be crazy.
You know what'd be so cool? You know what'd be so cool?
You think, what if we put the cheese outside of the sandwich, but then we had special gloves made of bread, and then your boys are like, yo,
that's thinking outside the bun, dog.
And you're like, no, that's fucking stupid, bro. Why would I do that? Why would I bite my finger by accident if I'm hungry? Why not put the cheese in your fingers? No, I can't. I'm full now, so I'm not. I was like drunk as shit like 5 minutes ago, and I ate some food.
Now you've all sobered up.
Yeah, I feel like great. It's so
rejuvenated.
I can't believe food works like that. Usually I skip the food part in between the drinks. It's so weird. The other day I was having a couple. It was like 3 weeks ago. I was having a couple of drinks. I haven't been out in a while. I've been working my ass off, right? And so I wander around like right my train stop. I took the bus. And I took the bus drunk as fuck. That was strange. That was just weird, you know.
You're like,
I was like,
doing
what the
here?
hell, bro? It's a Saturday night. And then I'm like, damn, maybe I'll get another bev. And I was like, nah, you know what? I'm just going to get a slice of pizza. So I go to get a slice of pizza. And the guy's like making the pizza, heating it up. And he's like, you like mushrooms? I was like, I fucking love mushrooms. He's like, he's a free slice. I was like, damn, bro. Thanks. And then I go get a burrito, right? Because I'm like,
and you got a free burrito?
Because I was high as fuck, too. I was a little bit of both. And I go to the burrito guy. And they're funny because they do this thing where they have a little button. It's like, you know, the Staples, like, that's a good idea.
that was easy.
That was easy. But they have one that's like a celebration button where you can push if you want to when you get your food. But they're real silly like that, right? So they have like big exaggerated chef hats. And I swear to God, and I don't know how to like explain this. I was trying my hardest to explain it when I was like just fucking zooted. But he was talking to me in Spanish, and I was like, yeah, whatever. No, okay. I was like, oh, okay, but I just didn't understand them. I just ordered and I walked away. When I go and get my burrito, I go to the window, and I swear on my life, he comes up out the truck, his face forward, and two of his like coworkers in the truck, they all come out at the same time, and I'm like, what the fuck? And they say something to me. They're like, look. And like real serious. It's like if they were giving me a mission like that. They all came out and they were like, imagine, like, I don't know what the fuck he said, but he was like, we need you to go to the corner and get the file and make sure, and they're all in my face, and make sure that nobody sees you. And I just didn't know what they said, so I was like, and I just walked away. I was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
It wasn't.
Man?
There was no jokes. They all came out all three at once, and I was just there like, holy shit. I
You must have pissed them off.
No, they didn't seem mad or anything. They just seemed like they just, imagine, bro. All I did was like, hey, yo, can I get this burrito? And
Man, you probably said a racial slur in there.
Yo, first of all, I fucking hate you guys. Anyway, can I get this burrito, please, with some extra sauce? No, man, I don't know what the hell they said, but I don't know if they were fucking with me or this and that. But
they probably were fucking with you. They were probably like, "Yo, this guy's gone. Like, let's fuck with him."
I was, Jesus Christ. Anyway, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
It's Earth, Mind, and
welcome
Matter.
to the show. Earth, Mind, and Matter.
Where we talk about what's happening in the earth. I'll tell you. I thought you were gonna say.
I thought you were like, "What the fuck?" Talking about what's happening in the earth.
In our minds.
And that's why it matters.
This is Earth, Mind, and Matter. I'm Frankie.
I'm Javi.
And this is the show.
This is the show.
This is the show.
This is the show.
What episode is this?
This is now
62?
episode. No, this is episode 71.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, episode 71.
Nice.
Yeah, because well, you can't say it
Oh.
because that was episode 69.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Episode 69 of Anthony.
Oh, that's so funny.
The three of us are all 69 and
Oh yeah, all the whole time.
now you might be asking yourself, how do three people 69? I guess you're just gonna have to watch the episode and find out.
I guess if you divide that by 3, it's 23.
Yo, shut up.
I ate now, so I can do math. I'm like completely sober. That's so fucking strange.
I
bro.
can't do math, so
Yeah?
don't even ask me.
That's funny as hell. And I didn't even start the timer. Bam. All right. So
I think I went thinking about how you were at that cart made me think, because I was telling someone about this recently, about how that one night when we went out and shit, out in Brooklyn, having a chill night in Brooklyn as we do from time to time.
as always.
And we weren't even drunk. I think it was after the Danny Brown concert.
Oh yeah, we didn't go to
And-
Brooklyn. We were in Manhattan.
Was it?
Yeah.
Wait, no,
We were
wait.
just walking.
No, because then we went to the dispensary, remember?
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I remember we were getting food from a cart, and like we hadn't like drank anything because we were just high, and like we were just being so loud and dumb, and like I know for a fact the people like on the line of the cart were just like, "Yo, these fucking guys," because like they were so quiet the whole time that we were on the line.
We were just having a good ass
and
conversation.
we were just fucking
vibes.
like dying of laughter, the dumbest shit, and just like these guys are just like these fucking drunk assholes.
We're like, first of all,
And then that was the same night that fucking the dude was we were trying to get into the chase, if you remember that, and the doors wouldn't open.
he was pulling on the boat really hard, and the crowd started to assemble. I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here. First of all, both these situations, the chase and the guys sticking the other truck, you may not be able to envision how we did, but that shit was fucking hilarious. Like, he was really going hard trying to get in there or some shit like that, right? What was it?
Yeah, because we tried to go into the chase. I tried like tapping my phone, didn't unlock it. I tried putting my card in, didn't unlock it. You tried tapping your phone, didn't unlock it. You tried your card, didn't unlock it. And then we're just like, I guess it's closed. And we started to walk away, and some dude just walks up to the door, and he's like, just fucking starts wrestling with the door, and like people started piling around the door like, yo, what the fuck, why is the chase closed? That shit was so funny.
See, if they were high, they would be like, okay, let's just walk away from the situation. Obviously it's closed.
Guys, you know,
they were
it's
drunk.
closed.
So
You
they
know,
were like,
that's what alcohol does to you kids.
honestly, it makes you more eager to do things. As when weed, it just makes you lazy. So that's pretty much the moral of the story.
Gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya. First we gonna.
Yeah, man, that show was great. I went to go see Childish Gambino this Monday. I know I've told you already.
Yeah.
Long story short, it was fucking awesome.
Hell
Go see Childish Gambino.
Hell
if
yeah.
you can.
I the topics that I got for you today are pretty loose in terms of the fact that like I just have them up here, up in my
In your eyebrows?
up in my cabeza.
Okay.
But I essentially just want to talk about all the Marvel news that came out.
Okay.
Over at Comic-Con, because
Okay.
like
When was or is Comic-Con? I don't know when it passed. Or
that happened last month, or no, at the beginning of this month.
I've never been to
One
a
of the
Comic-Con.
two.
I gotta go one day.
But all this news came out of San Diego Comic-Con, so I wanted to talk about the San Diego Comic-Con news, specifically at the Hall H is what they call it.
Hall H.
Where's all the big Marvel news happens. So I wanted to talk about that mixed in a bit with like the sort of state of like Disney and as a whole in terms of how they're doing in the movie space.
Okay.
And I also just kind of want to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. 'Cause,
Hell
you
yeah.
know, we did talk about it a little bit, like after we both watched it. But in the time that we've talked about it, it's been breaking records. And
Hell yeah.
It's been doing so well. And it kind of ties in with like the sort of state of Disney that I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Because before we even talk about any of the news or whatever of like Marvel and Deadpool and Wolverine and all of that, like the state of Disney in itself right now,
Shambles?
they're in a good space right now. Yeah, like
I did not know that.
they because in the this year alone, they now have 2 movies that have hit $1 billion: Inside Out 2 and Deadpool and Wolverine.
I forget that Marvel is Disney. I feel like that's not fair though, man, because it's just not. Yeah.
But the facts stand, they did it.
Because it's just the money attached to Marvel, right? Like Disney bought Marvel,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's crazy, man. Disney has so much money.
Yeah.
Like the United States is Disney. That's the future.
The United States a whole. But
Wow.
So the fact that they've had 2 movies that hit $1 billion in the box office this year alone is phenomenal compared to just last year alone, where last year they had no movies hit $1 billion. Or I think even the year before that, if I remember correctly. But last year for sure, none of their movies hit $1 billion.
Do you think it's probably not true, but do you think their 1 billion or 2 billion now makes up for all the loss of the other movies from last year?
You know, it's Disney. At the end of the day, they got shmoney.
They got mad money.
They got
right?
mash money.
They got mad money.
So I don't
Jesus
think.
Christ.
I think not hitting $1 billion like definitely hurts their ego.
Yeah.
But I think because last year they made a lot of news about how like, okay, we're gonna slow down our content. We're gonna take a little easy, maybe focus more on quality over quantity, because that was a big conversation over the last couple of years with a lot of Disney properties like Marvel and Star Wars.
Yeah.
And so it seems like they're finally slowing down with that stuff and they're focusing more on quality over quantity. And we've seen
Better
that
movies, better mouse, better everything.
about everything, man. I'm fucking.
Gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya.
Scared that shit up, bro. You got that actual reaction I did wasn't like me bopping. That was me like, oh shit, just flowing smoothly afterwards. Who is the top of Disney?
Bob Iger is the CEO.
The fuck?
So
I don't think you knew that.
He's the CEO of Disney, so he runs the whole show.
He's Mickey Mouse.
He is the ho-ho. And Kevin Feige is the guy who runs Marvel.
Okay.
I don't really know who runs Pixar or and then
Some loser. Okay.
and then Kathleen Kennedy is who runs Star Wars right now.
Okay.
So those are sort of like the top heads and stuff across these properties. And then also Disney now owns Fox, so that's a big thing as well.
Why Fox? Oh, because Simpsons. No,
Uh,
I'm kidding. Simpsons is under Fox, so I don't know. Why would they own Fox? That's weird.
well, they bought Fox primarily to get a lot of the Marvel rights back. So
What?
because like the X-Men stuff was Fox movies. They were Fox movies.
Oh.
They weren't ever like MCU movies or anything like that.
Oh.
So that's also a part of like talking about Deadpool and Wolverine when we get to it. But
Was X-Men part of Sony?
no, the Amazing Spider-Man and technically the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies are done in partnership with Sony.
But then what was the X-Men?
Fox.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so X-Men were Fox movies.
So that's what they kind of had to buy Fox.
Yeah, so they kind of wanted to buy Fox.
Bro,
so
this
they
is
can
not
get
like
those
buying
rights.
like sneakers. This is like buying like fucking
People.
yeah, bro. Jesus, slave ships. No, okay, but you know what I mean. That's crazy.
I want the whole fucking X-Men.
I want the 11. I want Fox. I want Where's Waldo. I want it all, bro. Literally, I want the X-Men. That's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
so
God damn.
So they now own Fox. So Deadpool and Wolverine is the first Fox property that is now part of the MCU.
Wow.
So
So now X-Men movies can finally look good.
yeah, there are some still pretty good X-Men movies. They're very
But you
like,
know what I mean,
Yeah.
you know?
Like they're very back and forth. Like you get one good X-Men movie for every 2 bad X-Men movies or
Okay.
something.
Got you.
But so the state of Disney right now is really good because if you look at Inside Out 2, just recently that movie now hit $1 billion internationally as
I didn't
well.
watch it. You watched it though, right?
I did.
It's good, right?
I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I am just also genuinely surprised to see how well it's doing.
I like Inside Out 1. I think it just shows people like you can relate to it. Like cuz it's
Yeah.
not like one of those movies where it's like it's not so outlandish. Like it's literally talking about emotions. So
Yeah.
I think I've heard multiple people say how good it was, like just out of randomness. And so I mean, I think I like the first one very much. I don't know why I watched the first one, but I was like, God damn, like you know, like this is good. So I think that, and then for kids to watch that, that's really dope. You
Yeah,
know, because it
and-
really helps you identify.
Exactly. And even for the age of the character in that movie, it's like for kids that are that age are growing up with that character, similar to how we grew up with like Andy and Toy Story and stuff like that. So it is definitely a good franchise for Disney to have right now.
Yeah.
And so Inside Out 2 hit $1 billion internationally. So that it is now the highest grossing animated movie of all time.
Damn, bro.
And
What the hell?
That's what I'm saying. I'm
What
like,
the
holy
fuck?
shit. I didn't know like
all time?
of all time.
Of
like,
all time?
Of all time.
Of all
Of
time.
He gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya.
It's crazy. I didn't really grasp it until you play the music. Now I
Yeah,
know.
man. So it's crazy to think about that because it's like, you know, there are just so many amazing animated movies.
Yeah,
And not to
like
say
a
that
shitload of them.
Yeah, and it's not to say that Inside Out 2 isn't worthy of being the best animated movie of all time, or not best, but highest grossing at least.
Yeah.
But it just kind of goes to show that it's like there's something about this movie that really works. Like
I
people
think
really like it.
This won't make sense unless you like follow sports, and especially if you follow women's basketball. But like Caitlin Clark, right? You know that we know who that is now, right? But she's like one of the best players in the WNBA now, right?
Yeah.
Despite you like it or not. Well, she's not really an orthodox. What I'm trying to say is that like an athlete who like is just average looking, who's not really like physically crazy looking, or like doesn't do crazy moves and stuff like that, but is able to win the game. And but it's like that's what I feel that's like, you know, like
an all-rounder type of thing.
like a team that's based on fundamentals rather than like flashiness and all-star.
Yes.
Like they just get the job done. And I feel like that, I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but it makes sense with Inside Out. Like it may not have like the pop of Toy Story. It may not have like the smartness of some other smart movie that's animated, but it's like it just does the job. And it just goes to show like, I mean, it's emotion based, which is crazy, you know, and it just shows what people are willing to go see and what parents will bring their kids to go see.
Yeah.
You know, like I guess that's the interesting part where, you know, I think what was it in Toy Story where they got mad that two girls kissed or something like that? Or what was it? Lightyear, right? And like, I guess they draw the line at that, but when it comes to talking about like, because I know a lot of people, like Republicans, I guess, whatever, are like
anxiety's made up.
Exactly, or like, you know, this mental health thing is just people back in my day. But I guess when it comes to this,
all you gotta do is just give them a good old spanking.
all you gotta pull yourself up from your bootstraps. But with this, I guess people are like, parents are watching this too.
Yeah.
They're like telling other parents to go bring your kids to watch this movie. So $1 billion, you don't just make that shit in New York City. You know, you make that shit throughout the states and the world. So that's very, very interesting. You know?
So that I think that it just really goes to show that it's like they really did mean it when they said we're going to start focusing more on quality.
Nice.
Because I think they kind of realize, oh, people aren't going to just show up for whatever. And that even goes to show with when we talked about Star Wars Acolyte.
Yeah.
That show is now canceled after one season. After one season, they canceled it.
That's crazy. I didn't think you could cancel a Star Wars.
And they fucking did it.
Is that the first?
I think so, actually.
Wow.
And well, technically, Clone Wars did get canceled back in the day,
but it was long. Like it was a long show, right?
It had run. By the time it got canceled, I think it had reached maybe 5 or 6 seasons.
So I consider that just like, okay, we can't do this no more. Whatever.
Yeah. So it's like even then it had a good run. And so it's just, it's kind of like the first where it's like something did so poorly, especially amongst the fans, that they canceled it.
That's crazy.
And I think that even goes to speak to, again, the state of Disney and how they're focusing on quality over quantity. Yeah. It's like, okay.
Nature versus nurture. No, I'm kidding.
We missed it with this one, guys. So they're like, it almost kind of feels like a rebrand. It's like
that's good though.
Make Disney great again.
And Mickey Mouse has jeans now.
I think we should vote for Trump.
That's crazy good. What the hell? Hey Sal.
But I think that's just extremely interesting in itself. And then you now look at Deadpool and Wolverine, the first R-rated movie to hit $1 billion.
Wow, I didn't even know. But no, it didn't. The Joker didn't. It just almost hit a lot, right?
Yes.
Wow.
So it beat out Joker and is now the first R-rated $1 billion hitting movie, and it's Disney's first R-rated movie. And
what? I don't know. That makes sense, but I just wow.
It's Disney's first R-rated movie, and it's cracked, I think, like top 10 grossing movies at this point now.
I also think it came at a good time where Marvel doesn't have any good movies right now. I wouldn't have to be like that, but it's true. You know, it's not like, again, the pinnacle was what was it? Endgame. That was like the pinnacle of the Marvel shit modernly. So with Deadpool and Wolverine, it's like like if that shit failed, you know, everybody would be like, "Come on, man," because
I
Deadpool was already kind of popular on its own, you know.
Yeah.
And Hugh Jackman's fucking killed it, man.
He did.
Like he showed up to play ball. Like he didn't come. I don't know why he was off sports fucking analogy.
I don't need. I gotta add like a baseball bat, like a,
No idea why he's. But like he really said like.
and he really hit it out the park with that one.
And he really drove it far down the line. It's going, and it's gone.
And I'm hard.
It's gone. No, but he was down. He was down to fucking be silly, and
Yeah.
it fucking worked out like crazy. What was it? I'll take you there. You know the Madonna song and
Yeah.
everything. Oh my god, bro, so fucking
No,
fun.
I think even to talk about Deadpool and Wolverine, like you say, it came out in a really good time. I think that's super interesting that you say that because even Ryan Reynolds has kind of gone on record now because he's been posting a lot about the movie on his Instagram, and he's gone on the record saying that Deadpool and Wolverine did kind of come at the perfect moment because they were working on a Deadpool 3 for a while with Kevin Feige. They were trying to figure it out. But they just everything everything they were coming up with was just kind of missing that sauce.
Yeah,
And so it wasn't until one day Hugh Jackman called up Ryan Reynolds and he's like, "Hey, I want to come back."
that's fucking so
And
cool, man.
Ryan Reynolds is like, "That's what we were missing."
Yeah, and then
This is what we were missing.
he's Marvel Jesus.
Yeah.
He really is Marvel. That joke really came into play because
Yeah.
that would have been such a bad joke if it was a bad movie.
Right. It would have
But
been super cringe.
Yeah, but it's one of my favorite scenes in that movie is when he's in the what is it, time thing, whatever with
TVA.
Do you know who that guy is who played the main guy? He played Ted in Succession.
Yes, yeah.
He's a great actor.
Matthew McFadden.
He had a British accent,
yeah,
you know what?
Matthew McFadden, I think is his name.
But I guess he got kicked off the TVA platform, whatever, and so he was falling, and the desk guy who's in love with him is just like mad happy.
Yeah.
And they played, I forget what song, but it was, man, like Ryan Reynolds is a funny motherfucker.
He is.
And I think the dance is so famous in the NSYNC dance.
Yeah.
And that's not him. That's another person doing the dance. But somebody, I think it was a comment on Instagram, was like the way they capture Ryan Reynolds' like body movement and like
like mannerisms.
Exactly.
And stuff like
There we
that.
go.
Yeah.
And then you watch it and you're like, yeah, like because
That's Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds made that character into life.
He did.
And so when you watch that dance, it's so strange how you can think that and also respect that it's a different dancer.
Right.
Ryan Reynolds is really you don't do that so easily. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I think overall, like Ryan Reynolds is just phenomenal in that movie. Like, I think a majority of the jokes landed. Like,
100%.
Lucas thought that maybe some jokes are a little cringe and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know which jokes exactly though, but I have seen the movie twice, and so there are a lot of like quick jokes that like I caught more on my second view.
Yeah.
Like it didn't really hit me the first time I saw it, but even when he's in the TVA on the platform right before he jumps off, he's like, "Listen, I have a black belt in Karen, okay?" And it's stupid lines like that. I'm just like, "Yo, man, this shit, like, it's just so quick."
And I think the laughs really count the most on the first watch. Because that's like the first time you're watching it and shit, unless you miss something. But bro, Channing Tatum fucking killed me, man. I was
you know how long am I waiting for this?
Ooh, I'm about to make a name for myself. No, but
I'm making a name for myself.
but there was some shit where he spoke lines and then he was like, yeah. And
Who is your dialect coach?
Yeah, but there was a moment in the theater where, like, even before that, I was like, I was just laughing my ass off. I was like, what the fuck did he say?
Yeah.
Man, his face is so serious.
Yeah. And because for people
and Wesley Snipes, come on,
Yeah,
I just say,
man.
okay.
but for people who don't know, like Channing Tatum was supposed to be Gambit a long time ago.
That I didn't know. I think until you told me, or I just seen a bunch of shit on Instagram, stuff like that. Not TikTok, because I don't use TikTok.
Sure, but he was supposed to be Gambit in his own movie a long time ago.
Wow.
Like he did the haircut and everything. He
Yeah.
had a whole Comic-Con announcement about it, like back in the day and everything. And like, it just never happened. They just
never came to fruition.
Just never came to fruition because in the grand scheme of things,
the grand scheme, we put a grain of salt on it.
So it was really that's why those jokes, like for people who do know that stuff, like those jokes are really funny when they're talking, when Elektra's like, and we can finally have our endings, and he's like, or our beginnings. And it's like,
and
things
that,
like,
I remember you were saying shit like that, and then that's cool, man, because only you could catch shit like that because you knew.
yeah.
You know?
So it's things like that, because they even make a lot of jokes about the actors and the actresses and like the relationships with each other. Like they make jokes about Hugh Jackman's divorce.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Like, and
because he killed his wife. No, I'm kidding.
What in the Once Upon a Time?
It was a good time for an ex. Don't give it to you. I didn't expect it, but it would have been nice because now it sounds like crazy.
But even like when you hear that Daredevil died, and he tells Elektra, "Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss," and she's like, since like Ben Affleck played Daredevil in the Daredevil movie with her as Elektra.
I don't really remember that shit, man. That's crazy.
So it's
I just
like
think
that.
of Elektra and the new Daredevil with what's his name?
Charlie Cox.
The best Daredevil ever, man. Fuck Ben Affleck. That's the best Daredevil ever, bro. Yo, that scene was cool when he caught the shit that came out the window in Spider-Man when he was talking to Tom Holland or something like that, and something flew to the window and he caught it. That was awesome.
Reflexes.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Boy.
In fact, I'm like, get the fuck out of here,
Blind ass
Daredevil.
motherfucker.
I'm pretty sure I saw the ginger girl that plays like his love interest in the show on the train.
Oh,
I could be wrong. But she was taking the train. I was looking at her, and she was looking at me, and I looked at her. She looked at me. You ever seen the Weird Al Yankovic, the burger?
I don't know.
What? He does the R. Kelly rendition of like fast food, and then I looked at her, and then she looked at me. You never seen that?
Oh, I think I have.
But
When you do those like cadences, that's when it hits me.
clearly. Start singing my stories, but yeah, she seen me. I don't know. She could have been some random lady, but I was like, "Are you the Daredevil with the love interest?" And she was like, "Why are you keep staring at me?"
But
Anyway,
I think like it was those type of jokes that were just so funny, and how there was apparently a lot of like beef between Ryan Reynolds and Wesley Snipes back on the set of Blade 3 back in the day, and so that's why there's a joke when Blade tells him like, I don't like you, and he goes, "Oh, you never did." So it's things like that. It's like if you know like the celebrity lore and stuff like that, like those jokes are really funny.
And then that comedian, I forget his name, James something like that. Like he played the bartender in the first Deadpool. Well, what's his name again?
T.J. Miller.
T.J. Miller. He's a comedian.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen him, but damn, that motherfucker's funny. Because you should put the clip up. I'll say it, but this is the clip I'm talking to. All right. And I'll explain it to you.
You're wearing cargo pants. What kind of cargo are you rolling with? What are you carrying? What's your freight?
I just enjoy cargo pants like all the time. So even though I do not carry anything here in the pockets, but I just enjoy cargo pants.
I want you guys to know that I am not going to make fun of him at all.
But yeah. But have you seen that clip?
I haven't seen that clip,
I'm
but
gonna
it's just
send it.
like I know T.J. Miller like enough
His
at
voice,
this point to
raspy
like
voice.
and his mannerisms to kind of get how he probably delivered that.
So fucking good. So
One of my favorite jokes of his is when he says, all conditioner is leave-in conditioner if you just don't wash it out. Like, it's like
little shit like that.
type shit.
That's why Mitch Hedberg is the best, bro. He's like, rice is the best thing when you're hungry and you want to eat 2,000 or something.
That's pretty good.
You see what I mean? He's like, I bought an apartment the other day and it had 2 bedrooms. But really, it's up to me how many bedrooms in it. This bedroom got a couch in it. It's so good, bro.
Isn't that wrong?
Oh, man. All right, last one. He's like, this is the one I heard of Joe Rogan when I was way younger. He was like, somebody asked me, I told you this one already. Somebody asked me if I wanted a frozen, if a frozen banana. I said no. Whatever, forget.
X gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya. First we gonna-
But T.J. Miller said that he would never work with Ryan Reynolds ever again because
he had
Ryan Reynolds was
beef
a
with him.
cryberry.
Apparently, Ryan Reynolds was super like just
bratty.
just dickish to T.J. Miller. And
I can
stuff.
see that though. I can see
So
that.
yeah, I can see it too. To be
I
honest,
think Brian always preaches about it, but the whole thing with Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney, I forgot to say his name, from It's Always Sunny, and their club team, their soccer team, Wrexham.
Yeah,
Like that stuff is actually pretty interesting because
Yeah.
they blew up their whole fan base, and I think the stadium now has a Deadpool in it.
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
like so fans can go see it. But that's just smart because like you're promoting the team you own,
Right.
And people will travel to go see the team and the Deadpool.
And there is someone from like the
the
team
Wrexham,
logo
yeah.
that has it.
That's the one that's in the stadium.
Yeah.
So that's like pretty genius marketing that they didn't have to let him do, but they did it anyway. And
Yeah.
it's like everybody wins.
And that's just like such a like I thought it was pretty cool seeing the opening credits where it had 5 writers to the movie.
Oh, wow.
It had the original writers of the first 2 movie, and then it had Ryan Reynolds. It had the director. What's his name? Oh my gosh. I'll get back to it.
Okay.
But it had the director as a writer as well. And then it also had Zeb Wells, who's a comic book writer.
Oh, nice.
So they actually had a comic book writer work on the script for this as well. But like a lot of the times when you have a lot of writers on one script, it can kind of be like a too many cooks situation.
Yeah.
So it's like I
just bought Overcooked.
nice.
I'm gonna play it tonight.
Hell yeah! Don't yell at Beatrice. Don't yell
I
at.
did the first time. The first time I played, I was like, "No, bro, put the fucking toast." She's like, "I don't want to play anymore." I was like, "No, let's just try again."
I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. No, come on. I really want to play.
That game. Oh my, we gotta play with people. You can't play it by yourself. I was thinking about playing that shit by myself, like a fucking loser. Like, hey, I need help. I need somebody, please.
Someone.
Oh, that's sad shit. That's a broad way through this shit. I just need someone.
X gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya. X
Man, fuck everybody. All I need is myself. So it had like 5 writers. Oh,
I had like 5 writers, so I was pretty amazed that like they were able to do such a good job with the movie overall, with the script and how tight it was, and like how they clearly had a lot of creative control to do what they wanted to do.
and Ryan Reynolds being a part of it must be interesting because it's like you're having the actor being a writer. You know, that's fucking. I don't know. That's
Because he had a lot of it's becoming like I've seen it pop up again because he's been bringing it up again in recent interviews.
Yeah.
But I saw this when he first did the first Deadpool movie, where he said that he took money out of his own pocket to have the writers on set to help with like the script and stuff as they film it.
That's fucking so cool, man.
He really
That's like when Tom Brady took a pay cut to get other players on the team. See, that's all comes down to sports.
it all comes down to fucking sports, man. But I think like it's stuff like that where it just really goes to show how passionate he is about the character and the project and stuff. And it just goes to show that where Kevin Feige gave a lot of trust towards Ryan Reynolds, where he's like, hey, do you? I trust in you. You got this.
That's insane trust.
It is. And like, you know, the fact that they make all those jokes about Kevin Feige in the movie where about the Coke thing. And he's like, no, that's the one thing Feige said was off limits that Disney won't let us do.
Oh my
And
God,
it's stuff
man.
like that where it's really funny, I think. And something that I'm excited about, just even thinking about the future, is that another character in the MCU that does break the fourth wall is She-Hulk. And so
Really? Oh, okay. In the show.
in the show.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to see if those two characters ever interact live action and like both of them breaking the fourth wall and stuff. That'd be funny.
I just think it's also very refreshing. You know, it's
Yeah.
just very refreshing because then it's like it expands what you're able to do with the movies. And I don't know, man. All this talk about that shit makes me want to watch it again, man. And that's a good thing, you know, because it's like, would you say that movie is an instant classic? Because a classic is a hard thing to beat. Like Dog Day Afternoon is like, would you say that? Well, we can't really say because we were not alive. But you know,
I think Deadpool and Wolverine is definitely gonna be considered like one of the best movies since Endgame.
yeah,
like
like this in this decade.
Yeah.
You know,
like
Deadpool Wolverine.
because they
Deadpool Wolverine. I just said
Deadpool.
that.
but because they've been like Marvel has been trying to get mutants into the MCU now. Like you know, if you remember in Doc Strange Multiverse of Madness, how Beast shows up at the end credits.
I don't remember.
So that's the first. That's the first time like mutants were shown in a Marvel film.
Yeah.
But then also they rebranded Miss Marvel and like her origin story, and by the end of her show, they say that she's a mutant. So she's technically the first mutant of the MCU.
Man, I like just the first Miss Marvel movie. I thought it was really good.
Oh, Captain Marvel.
Oh, Captain Marvel. Is that different? That's different,
Yeah,
right?
they're different, same character, like same like shit. Though.
Also, Daphne Keane as the little girl in Logan.
Yeah,
she killed that shit.
yeah,
Man.
she was great again.
Yeah, but then she's again. It's like, oh, you know, and I was like, okay. No, she killed it again. You know, everybody did.
They
you know?
I think a really interesting thing. I don't know if I remember telling you this, but on my second watch, I was thinking a lot about some of the scenes with Hugh Jackman and Wolverine, especially the one where he's explaining why he's wearing the suit. And
Logan?
Yeah.
My bad. I don't know what I said. Like first name basis.
But and he's talking about how the X-Men always wanted him to wear it. He never wanted to wear it. He was always resistant against it. That's something that Hugh Jackman was also feeling back,
that I heard
back during the old
he was
X-Men
very
days.
he voiced it very much, right?
Yeah. Damn, like the fuck.
I just think about the credits when they're showing the old. But I should have me. I remember.
I teared up on my second watching it, which I don't know why I didn't tear up the first time, but the second time it just got me.
I just imagine you the first time watching a stone face, like, all right, let's go home. No, but Beatrice was crying. She was like, just got bitched by Deadpool.
But it, like, when he's having that scene, I really thought about it in my second watch. I was like, is this like Wolverine or is this Hugh Jackman right now?
Yeah.
And it really just goes to show like how much passion went into this movie and these characters.
He didn't just show up for a paycheck, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Nobody there did. Maybe Channing Tatum. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, it seemed like everybody really wanted to do this.
Yeah.
And that's
everyone was
like
really excited about it.
and it shows, man. Like I feel like that's with all projects. Like when you have people wanting to be there, like that's like gonna show. Enthusiasm, humans can detect that off other humans. Like if I don't want to be here, bro, like obviously I would show that.
That's why people will say sometimes an actor will phone it in. Things like that. But no one phoned it in this movie.
Man.
Everyone killed it.
It seemed like they wanted to stay on set longer, and at the end, but then, man, like, it's just really incredible movie. And I feel like I haven't watched a movie in a while. Like I've had no time, but I definitely made time to watch that. Mostly also because people love to spoil shit, man. It's like real embarrassing, man. Like how, like all you people that like to spoil shit, go fuck yourselves. No, I'm kidding. But which it's funny because that just drives people to spoil shit more. But then I was like, no, we're gonna go watch this ASAP because I'm not having it spoiled for me. And little do I know, like later on, it's just all the little secrets and stuff. I remember when somebody I work with, the first thing he told me, he was explaining it to me, and I was like, oh, bro, don't even, I don't want no spoilers. He's like, all right, okay, I won't spoil nothing, but it was so good. I was like, okay, bro, like, okay, that's it. And he was like, yeah. And if you really like X-Men, like, it's a lot of cameos. I'm like, okay, bro, like, stop. And he's like, oh, yeah. And also, I'm like, yo, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, just
That's enough out of it. That's enough.
Oh shit!
I was like, why are you saying all this shit to me, bro? Like, I don't know why people feel compelled to spoil shit, but I hate you, motherfucker. No, I'm kidding.
I hate you. I think just overall, like, it was just such a good movie, and I think thinking about the future of like the MCU and mutants in the MCU now,
that'd be cool.
Because I don't know if you've seen about how Ryan Reynolds released a sneak peek, or not a sneak peek, a deleted scene that apparently is on one of the screens in the TVA.
The Channing Tatum one, right?
Channing Tatum, where it kind of seems like he gets out of the void. So we might see Channing Tatum in the future.
I hope so.
We saw what's her face, Laura Kinney, aka X-23. Daphne Keene.
Okay. I was like, who the fuck is that? No, X-23, I remember. So, I don't think she'll get in that movie, though.
I don't know if she would get her own movie.
She did way better as a kid than she did as an adult. I'll say that.
I definitely think it's because she had more screen time in Logan. So
yeah, but Logan was. But she, I mean, she's also a little kid. You know what I mean? So like that adds on to the emotion and stuff like that.
So because I guess maybe I feel like she didn't get enough screen time in this one.
Yeah.
But who's to say? Not that she will get her own movie, but like maybe she'll end up in another property down the line.
Wesley Snipes is definitely getting his own Blade.
You think so?
100%.
I thought the joke was so funny where he was like, "I'm the only Blade there is," and Deadpool just looks at the camera.
No, I think he'll get another movie for sure.
Because Ryan Reynolds
said, motherfucking Snipes, bro.
Ryan Reynolds said he wants to have like a Logan-like send off for Blade with Wesley Snipes. So that'd be interesting if that ever happens,
bro. That movie theater will be so fucking packed. I think that'll be. I mean, depending on how the movie's executed, I think that'll be Deadpool and Wolverine.
You think so? Damn.
Nah, I probably won't.
You know what's crazy? When I fucking saw that movie the second time, waiting for the bathroom, these two motherfuckers waiting in line too. One of them goes, "Yo, so who is that guy, Blade?"
Yeah, I figured.
I was like,
even myself, to the point where he came out and I saw his face, I'm like, okay, that's Wesley Snipes, right? Like that has, because I was just like, am I bugging or like, like I was just like, someone pinch me. And I'm pretty sure I don't think Beatrice knew, but I was just like, no way, and I think it may not be Deadpool and Wolverine, but I think when you go to see that movie, I think you'll see so much older people and like only older people, and I think that'll be the cool thing about it. Where I don't know, man. That's the. I mean, first of all, he's a black superhero, you know, which is like a huge thing because Channing Tatum, that was a crazy thing in general. Right? Chadwick Boseman.
What the fuck are you? What?
You were like, I'm on board. I'm not on board.
I was like, okay, where's he going with this? Where is he going with this?
He's married to Joey Kravitz, so obviously he's black. No.
Channing Tatum's the best black actor.
Black there ever, bro. No, but you know, Chadwick Boseman, you know, I mean, he was huge, and like for the Black Panther role was crazy. But I think with Wesley Snipes, like the nostalgia mixed in with just like this reemergence, how much popularity it must have added to the old Blade movies. Like that audience would be so crazed and randomized. But I think it'll be like a nostalgia that isn't just in it for the money,
right?
Because I don't think you put a Blade movie out with Wesley Snipes
just for the money or nostalgia, I guess. But
it'll probably have like a young actor in it to like revamp the role and everything, but
like what they like to call a requel.
Yeah,
nowadays.
I never heard that, but that makes sense.
A reboot sequel.
Who would be the next Blade?
Well, they already said it's Mahershala Ali.
Oh, never mind.
yeah, he's gonna be the next Blade.
That's the guy who played in the Green Room, not the Green Room.
No, he's
Green
in
Book.
I think he's in Green Book. Yeah.
He's a great actor.
Yeah,
he's a great fucking
He's
actor.
great. He also plays the dad in the Spider-Verse movies, voice acting for the dad.
Okay. I'm talking about like seeing him in his face.
Okay,
But
well, too bad. I'm fucking telling you who he does.
He's a really good actor, man.
He is a good actor.
He's in Moonlight also.
He's also in Moonlight.
Okay, so I know who he is. All right, cool.
So
he's Channing Tatum.
best black actor. But I think like the future of seeing mutants in the MCU is very exciting now because it's like having X-Men in the MCU. It's like I think that's gonna revamp
everything.
Because
I'm excited to see that, man. And I've never really watched X-Men movies like that.
And it's just and to really get down to like the more of the future of Marvel, like the big news that we haven't mentioned about how RDJ coming back into the Marvel movies and stuff, and that he's gonna be Doctor Doom in the next Avengers movie. The more it sits on me, the more I'm like less on board about it.
Yeah, I was. I mean, again, I'm not as big of a fan, like in terms of having gone to see the movies, and I never really cared for Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man. I didn't like the first Iron Man when it came out. I thought that shit was kind of whack. Yeah, when it came out, I was like, this is ass. Like,
I think that movie still holds up.
I mean, I think it's better now that I'm older and I saw it. But when I was younger, I was like, this shit is so boring, bro. It's like one action scene and him just fucking, you know,
he's
like
got that Riz.
He's like, he thinks he has Christian Bale Riz in The Dark Knight, but he really is just the old guy. You know,
he's the uncle.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like Theo, you know. He's like, you know, but even how he comes out to present himself which I thought was pretty proper because I think the fans when they saw it was him. I can't speak for them. I don't know how they are. I don't know how they think. But I think it's like you're more you're more in shock because of the idolization of Robert Downey Jr., not because you're excited to see him play Doctor Doom, right?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I think it's actually a little bit of both, to be honest, because like, you know, even though you might not have that strong connection if RDJ is Iron Man, like people like myself, I feel a strong connection if RDJ is Iron Man.
Yeah, that's the only Iron Man I know. There's no other Iron Man. Am I wrong?
No, there hasn't been.
That's the only Iron Man ever.
And so kind of similar to how like Ryan Reynolds really brought Deadpool to life. That's how I see RDJ as Iron Man. That's how a lot of people see that as well. And so I think like him coming back to Marvel is a huge thing because first of all, he's RDJ, so people love him. Yeah. But people love him because of Iron Man. So it's like they play into each other, I think. And it's just like, but the more it sits on me, the more I'm just kind of like, is this the right move though? Yeah. Because it's like he says that RDJ's gone on the record saying that apparently the talks of this started a year ago with Kevin Feige. Okay. And I saw this really funny comment because apparently when RDJ was talking about it in the interview, he was like, yeah, you know, Kevin Feige and I were talking about it, and like he started showing me the source material to Doctor Doom. I got into the comics and stuff, and it just really made me go, wow. And
he said, "Hey, I'm gonna play Doctor Doom."
And fucking one of the top comments was like, "Yeah, RDJ saw that paycheck and he went, wow."
Hey, he's green like money. I like that. I can't do an impression of him, but I'm trying. A lot of people were saying in the comments, and this was my initial thought, that they probably should have just kept it a secret the whole time. like they do with a lot of things. Like just not. I'm sure that's impossible to keep a secret, but I think like that would have been dope if they were like in Doctor Doom in the credits, like you know how people wait for after credits, and then right before the after credit scene goes on, it's like also starring Doctor Doom as Robert Downey Jr. That crowd would have been fucking crazy a little more because you don't have high expectations or you don't have pretense appreciation, which I think premature appreciation. You know?
I mean, from what if you've seen the clips like in Hall H where that happens at Comic-Con, the crowd was erupt. They blew up.
No, I've seen, but I'm saying like now you have expectations, and now you're like, okay, like how he's gonna do it. And now you have this, well, you know, this precursor of like you know to the movie. Whereas in like I think if you really want a movie to shine, you're not gonna be like when this movie comes out, right? Are you gonna be like, oh, I can't wait for the new Marvel movie? No, you're gonna be like, I wonder how RDJ is gonna do. Yeah. And then when it's like one scene with him and the rest, they're gonna be like, yeah, movie's alright, but you know, RDJ he did okay. Like I think he did it. Like that's gonna be. So imagine when the movie came out, and then nobody knew, and then that news just pops up. Like and you know how crowds react in the theater. Yeah, that would have been cooler to see than him getting praised. But again, I don't know. You know,
and that's why I kind of feel iffy about it in a sense because it's like, you know. It has happened in the comics where there was a case where like Doctor Doom tries to become Iron Man at some point because Tony Stark is dead, and so Doctor Doom tries to take on the mantle.
See, I don't know that.
When he tries to be a hero at some point, and like doesn't go well. Whatever.
Like the Greek rap, a hero. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
X gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya.
Nice.
So. That does happen in the comics, but I don't really think that's the route they're gonna go.
Yeah.
Jordan did mention how he saw someone online mention that maybe what they might do with his character is that they might harken back to Age of Ultron, where Tony's like whole thing about building Ultron was of trying to this idea of building a suit of iron around the world.
Okay.
And so people are speculating maybe this is a variant of Tony Stark.
Going as Doctor Doom
that does that.
Ooh.
And ends up being Doctor Doom.
That's kind of fire.
Building an iron suit around the world. Yeah. So
I mean, they got some of the greatest writers in the world, so they're gonna make it work.
Yeah, and they have the Russo brothers coming back to direct the next two Avengers.
What did they
films.
direct before?
They did Captain America: Winter Soldier, Civil War, and Infinity War and Endgame. So
which was the one with the big Ant-Man? Civil War, right?
Civil War. Yeah.
That was one of the best movies ever. That shit was so good.
That's in my top 3 of Marvel movies.
I think
that movie is so fucking good.
It goes Green Lantern with Ryan Reynolds, definitely 1 and 2, and then Civil War.
There's not even a second one.
There's not.
Fucking hell.
No, I meant Spots 1 and 2, but Spot 1 was the movie. Spot 2 was the sequel they should have made, and then 3 is Civil War.
The canceled Green Lantern project. Still rooting for it.
I never watched it. You ever seen it before?
Partially.
Yeah,
I never finished
It's that
it.
bad?
It's so bad, dude. It's so bad. I like that
No
movie was
way.
trash. That movie was so bad. I saw that like when I was young, like when it first came out. Even then, I was like, "This movie's ass."
That's how you know he's Marvel Jesus, because he died and he came back.
Risen. He had risen. Okay, all right.
That's a good joke. It became bad one when I said that's a good joke.
You know, you don't have to acknowledge it. It's okay. It's okay.
That's just a good one. I'm just saying.
Just like how you didn't have to make the 4 Logos joke. But, you know,
whoa.
Yeah, just saying.
That was in the past.
But I'm really curious to see what they do with that overall, because with the Russo brothers being back, it's like I have seen people bring that sentiment online of like, damn, Marvel's desperate now. Like they're bringing back the Russo brothers, they're bringing back RDJ, like, and,
that's true.
And then there are people who like see it pretty blindly of like, oh, Marvel's back. Yeah. Oh, like this is the revival of Marvel.
Back with the All-Stars.
Yeah, and it's just like, but maybe this whole route of trying to find a new spotlight, like you guys are just going about it the wrong way.
And just see how it comes out first. Like, but then again, that's the problem with revamping these people. You get all these high expectations. And again, like if you get Endgame, you want Endgame again. You want that whole series again.
You want that high again. Yeah. You're chasing that dragon, dog. And I think like another thing for me is that as a comic book fan, like I don't know what the issue was why didn't they just make Doctor Doom the next big bad from the beginning?
Yeah.
Because like instead of Kang, that is, because in the comics, Secret Wars is generally orchestrated by Doctor Doom.
Okay.
So if he's the orchestrator of Secret Wars, and if you guys were gonna do that movie, like if that was in the plan, why did you go with Kang? And I don't know if that's any reason to like the rights issue and stuff like that because of Fox owning Fantastic Four.
Or Jonathan Majors just beating people up, man.
That was even before any of that. But fucking hell, he really said. But
Kang was a good character.
It
wasn't crazy.
And you never saw Loki, right?
The show?
Yeah.
I hated the show.
Really?
I watched the whole first. I genuinely took time and like didn't like watch it. What's the word? Like not begrudgingly, I guess. Whatever. Like that's another word I'm looking for. But I did it with angst. I was like, I want to watch the show, and I hated every second of it. I do not like this motherfucking. What's this guy?
Tom Hiddleston.
No, other guy or
the girl.
The blonde country. He talking like this.
Owen Wilson.
I fucking hate Owen Wilson's voice and everything.
Wow.
Hey,
Loki, we need to stop the TVA.
He's such a terrible actor. Nah, he's not. His voice is just annoying to me. But the show, and I fell asleep so many times, man. I watched the first season. I'm like, I hate this. And the only reason I'm happy I watched it is because I knew who the TVA was. Or no, what was it?
TVA.
I'm happy I knew who they were when they came in. But I don't know why people love that show. It's so boring. That's my personal opinion.
I think it's one of the better Marvel shows, to be honest.
Yeah. When you put a cherry on top of a pile of shit, the cherry is the most appealing thing on top of the pile.
I will say, organic cherries ain't that appealing. They kind of look like an asshole.
They do. I never thought about that. Peaches too. Peaches look like assholes.
You ever seen Call Me by Your Name?
No.
All I gotta say is, someone fucks a peach.
Okay. Yeah, there's a show where they're like don't eat the peaches and cream together, and they do it and they just start farting like crazy.
I remember there was a scene in
peach and cottage cheese.
I remember there was a scene in the last Shades of Grey movie where like someone's eating ice cream. Yeah. Someone's eating ice cream late at night in the kitchen, and like he takes the ice cream and he's like rubbing it against like her thighs or some shit, and I'm like,
that'd be so cold, bro.
And then like the way that the angle is set up, like her leg is kind of like blocking like the camera a bit, and then you see like the spoon come in like this way, and like I'm like, yo, is he about to put this shit up her cooch? But he just like feeds it to her. But I'm like, yo, man, that was such a weird angle. Why would you do that? Like,
bro, this is so specific. I guess I have to go home and watch Shades Grey.
Because that shit I was like, what is this? Like those movies are ass. They're so bad.
Why'd you watch that?
The first time my uncle put it
horniness.
on. I'm so serious. The first movie was with my uncle.
Your uncle's horniness.
He put it on because he wanted to watch it. And then I didn't watch the second one, and then I watched the third one in theaters.
I just imagine the ice cream scene going on and the theater's really quiet and you're just like, you just stand up, what is going on?
I'm like, is anyone like seeing this?
This guy fingering his girl like, dude, shut up. She likes it.
And
you're like, I'm just trying to make sense, bro.
Like this shit.
That should be cold, man.
That like would you do that?
You get ice cream, rub it on her right now.
Rub it on me. All right.
You're just like, whoa. 50 Shades of Lawsuit. I don't know.
What are you doing, step bro?
Hit myself with the mic.
But I think overall, like, Disney's in a pretty good spot right now.
I think so. I think
like
they own 50 Shades of Grey now. Actually,
technically, because that's a Fox property.
Yes.
So I get ready for the next post-credit scene when fucking
Mickey Mouse
Dakota Fanning pulls up and opens up her cooch.
She was in
Madam Web.
Yeah, right.
That trash ass movie.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna watch that movie though.
I'm with that. I'm super with it.
No, you super with it?
I'm already gonna watch it, bro.
You super with it because I'm just with it. You know?
All right. Well, Dr. Doom. We'll see how he does. Robert Kennedy Jr.
And go vote for RDJ.
Man, I was kind of tight when RFK went to the Trump side. I was like, come on, you're a little bitch for that, man. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? There's a Mark Norman joke where he's like, oh, you see, RFK just endorsed Trump. You know, Trump said, you know, what did he say? Oh, RFK was like, oh, you got shot. Now you feel like family.
Damn. That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's so good, man. He's one of the best joke writers ever. Mark Norman is so fucking funny.
Yeah, I think
Mic drop.
oh shit! Boom, 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 boom.
No, I'm kidding.
But I think overall, I'm very excited. The next Marvel movie is gonna be Captain America. That's the next Marvel movie.
Oh, with the what's his name?
Harrison Ford as Red Hulk.
No, bro. I'm talking about the guy who plays Captain.
Anthony Mackie.
I'm
as
not a
Cap.
fan of his Captain America. It's so ass looking, bro.
Yeah,
Come on, right?
Like,
It's like
I will
pretty
say
cheeks.
though, I think it's the comments are so funny where people are like, one of the hardest lines in the Marvel universe is when in the trailer when Harrison Ford tells him, "You're not Captain America," and he's no, he goes, "You're not Steve Rogers," and he goes, "I know," and people in the comments are like, "Damn, heat."
What do you think about Harrison Ford doing this?
I think he's just doing it for a paycheck, as he
Right.
does most things for at
Like,
this point.
Don't get me wrong. I've never seen Indiana Jones, so I can't really say. What else did he play? He played
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. Oh, okay. Ugh. No. Well, that just concludes everything.
He's also Han Solo.
There we go. That's what it is. But yeah, like that's such a random way to go with like a re-emerging, Marvel reboot of things. Like Harrison Ford, like. Most of these people not even gonna know who this motherfucker is. Like, of course, a lot of people do because comic book fans, like they know. But it's like he's so old, Like,
I mean, I think young people still know who Harrison Ford is. Like,
yo, Lucas, you know who Harrison Ford is? Okay.
like the fuck, boy, you're not like 70, dog. Relax. You've never even seen Indiana Jones, and here you are talking about like no one knows who Harrison Ford is.
Call your cousin right now. Ask him who Harrison Ford is.
You fucking. But Nicholas has seen Star Wars. He's seen Indiana Jones.
All right,
you know who
well,
Harrison
ask
Ford
any
is.
other kid. First of all, that doesn't excuse the fact that Harrison Ford is 60,000 years old. That guy is so
Who gives a
old.
shit if he's old?
He's playing the Hulk. you get what I mean? That's like if I said Morgan Freeman's about to play Usain Bolt.
and you better run fast. I want my
I may
fucking
not
delivery.
run fast. I cannot run fast, but I can talk like this.
I like smoking weed. I think weed is great.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. You don't see the contradiction in that? The fucking complete opposite of
He's
human
old in the
embodiment?
comics, dog.
Okay, that makes sense.
So fuck
Why
you.
don't you say that from the beginning? I made a fool of myself.
Oh, I just like watching you fucking fumble around sometimes. Just let's keep it up.
It's funny you made a fumble reference. That's sports. So it comes down to sports.
The grand scheme of things, dog.
Damn, I didn't know he was old in the comics. Jesus Christ, bro. I have so much to learn. Jesus Christ.
You're just a wee lad.
I'm honestly a wee lad. Every time I go to a comic book shop, I feel like a poser.
You're like, wow.
I'm just trying to read some shit.
Wow.
Wow.
You go into a comic
I'm
book
such
store.
a bad actor. Wow.
You go into a
I'm in a movie with Jennifer Lopez. Wow. I wonder why I made no money off that. Wow.
Damn. Fucking hell. Fucking, that's a mic drop right there. 'Cause Owen Wilson.
he's in the Caribbean island, right? Like, oh.
He's like,
Everything hurt. Something hurt.
wow. God damn. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Let me grab this beer real quick. Remember, hold on. I'll be right back in 2 seconds.
I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. Harrison Ford, he's fucking old. Oh, I was gonna say, I feel like when you go into a comic book shop, like you're the type of guy that goes in there and you're like, yes, I just saw the Loki TV series. Do you have anything that you would recommend for me? And they're like, get the fuck out. You need to leave.
I'll take 2 comic books, please, sir. Your finest collection of the most recent Tom Holland.
Highest graded.
That's so fucking funny, man.
I think overall, I like Marvel comic book movies. I think they're finally gonna get better again. Hopefully, ideally.
Honestly, I didn't
Regardless,
give it thought until you spoke about it, so that's pretty dope.
I think all the hate that they've been getting recently, they've been really listening to that criticism. I think they've been trying to figure out how to rebrand and work themselves again and find their footing, and only time will tell. And it'll be interesting to see how they do this alongside DC doing their whole relaunch.
Batman.
I saw that in theaters again. Yeah, that shit
How was it?
It was so good.
Nice.
And
Give me some knuckles, because people have been hating on me for a long time.
The movie's so good, man.
So good, right?
Yeah.
All right, come on.
Fucking something in the way. Yeah.
Oh.
X gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya. He gon' give it to ya.
Hell yeah, dog. Fucking. I still am a big fan of that guy who plays the detective. What's it, Gordon?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Jeffrey Wright. The actor.
Why?
Commissioner Gordon.
I know, but when I think of him, I just think of Jordan Peele's face. Like as much I'm trying to
Doing a Barack Obama thing.
No, ladies and gentlemen. No, but you seen the when it's Key and Peele, and I think not Jordan, but Key, whatever his name is, I forget. Keegan. When he's like, and he's giving a political speech, and he's like, and when I talk for everybody. I talk for the women. I talk for the men. I talk for my fellow African American, and they go to each one. He's like, and the homosexuals. And they go to Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele's like, and he tries to hide from the camera. My fellow gays, and the camera's like,
so good, man. Oh my god,
that's some funny shit, man. God damn. Yeah, man.
So I'll tell you what's coming out in the future for Marvel. And right now, the next movie, like I said, is Captain America. After that, we also, the next Avengers movie are going to be Avengers Doomsday and then Secret Wars.
Okay. Doomsday's going to have Dr. Doom?
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
And then they did say that they're doing Shang-Chi 2 officially, so that is happening.
I've never seen the first one.
Oh, I think
is it good?
I think it's honestly one of the better, like, post-Endgame movies. Like, that movie is actually really fucking good.
That's with the Asian guy?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, duh.
He's Russian.
He's from Bangladesh. No, but it's the guy, not the Doctor Strange Asian guy. It's some other guy.
Yeah,
that guy?
Yeah, different Asian dude you're thinking about. Simu Liu or something.
This
like
is a comedian called Ryan Chang. He's fucking so funny. He's like a little guy, but he's not little, but he's a deep voice. He's a little fucking. He has a deep voice. He's fucking hilarious. I think
he's a little guy.
Watch his name be like Greg Wilson. No, but he's fucking mad funny.
Yeah, I'll say
Iron Fist was the white guy, right?
Iron Fist is the white guy.
Yeah, crazy.
They also said the new Daredevil show again still happening. They had a whole like big announcement about that at D23 where they like showed off some sneak peeks about it. And
what about Luke Cage?
That hasn't been brought back yet.
At all, right?
He has gone on the record saying that he would come back if he's asked, but every Marvel actor says that, and on top of that, they say that
paycheck.
They say that not only that, but just like they say that even when it's like supposed to be a secret. So of course they're just gonna say that. So who knows if they're working on something? Yeah. But Kevin Feige. Sorry,
what were the chances that Chris Stone Kingfish was on Luke Cage, man? Like that's like real cool shit, Like not that it has anything to do with the part or anything, just like. It's just cool, man.
Good for him, man.
Yeah,
honestly.
man. That's so. And Luke Cage is a great show.
Still haven't seen it.
What, man? Are you racist? No, I'm kidding. I just figured you're a POC. So no, I'm kidding.
I am a POC.
You're like, what? No, and I can't believe you've never seen that show, man.
I haven't seen season 3 Daredevil, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, or The Defenders.
Iron Fist is all right, respectfully. Defenders is like a more internal works of the Marvel thing, right?
It's like all those Netflix characters together.
And then there's a What If series, right? Like What If.
The What If series.
But all the Groot things. Oh, the little Groot,
nice.
The little Groot animations.
You know what's actually really cool? They have a What If VR experiencing for the Apple Vision Pro, and people say that shit's so good that's actually winning nominations and awards for like mixed media entertainment.
Jesus Christ,
could be the future. But
the future is gonna be theaters with pro headsets. You just gotta get past the sanitary aspect. Oh man,
just throw cum on them.
You think the future movie theaters will be you walk in, you sit down. You know when you get the hair salon, like the ladies get the hair salon, I think right? You think it'll
like a whole helmet type of thing,
but it won't touch you. Like it'll just come around,
like those like in arcades.
Yeah, like come under here, and like the more you move, it moves under you, so you don't hit yourself. Yeah, man. But then that's disgusting because people are gross. You can't trust people.
Achoo.
Yeah, or like people just graffitiing them. You know, like
You put it on. It's like, wow, like there's a dick everywhere. There's a
This
dick
movie was
in
so good with
every
all
scene.
the dicks. Wow. I'm Orson.
Wow.
What's his name?
Wow. Owen Wilson here.
Oh,
Wow. Look at all the dicks here. Wow.
I'm reading a book right now called The Inner Circle.
Owen Wilson.
By Brad Meltzer.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
you mentioned.
I finished the first one. The second book is called Fifth Amendment or something like that. Also by Brad Meltzer. Duh. So good.
Yeah, I read.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to mention anything. But
I read.
I'm the Trinity Sounds.
I go into the Strand.
Strand is pretty cool. I wear my beanie in there and my scarf, but it's not cold out. But I do it
with my
anyway.
low end glasses that
My
aren't-
monocle
that don't work.
I read with my monocle. I only read with the side of eye that doesn't use the monocle though, because I don't want to, I read. To the gay guy reading the book, I'm with you.
So they're doing the Daredevil show still.
Yeah.
That they did say it's going to be rated TVMA too.
Nice.
So and that apparently it's going to go even harder than the Netflix show.
That's the route all fucking shows should go, man. Unless it's like, I mean, Spider-Man probably won't ever, but Carnage, man. I want to see Carnage fucking. I know he was in Venom, right?
Right, right.
But I want to see. Okay, from what I heard in middle school, this is from what I heard in middle school. Carnage kills Spider-Man.
I think he's done it before. I think.
Yeah,
I
I want to
for
see
sure.
that, man. I want to see the Carnage. I didn't watch the
I
Venom.
want to see
movies.
the carnage.
Exactly. Oh, who played it? Ed.
Woody Harrelson.
No, Carnage.
Yeah.
No, I'm
dog.
talking about Venom.
Oh, Tom Hardy.
There we go.
Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy played Venom.
Tom Hardy.
I did not know that, bro. I thought
Yeah.
his name was Eddie. His name is actually Eddie.
Eddie
in the
Brock
comic.
in the comics.
I thought that was his real name. So I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? I didn't fucking know that.
Mad Max is Venom, dog.
What? Now I'm definitely gonna watch that shit. That's so cool, bro. What the fuck? Mad Max is so good, bro. First of all, at the end of everything, I think at the end of every show, we just gotta say, Mad Max is so fucking. Oh yeah.
X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you. X gon' give it to you. He gon' give it to you.
What's the line Tom Hardy says in the movie?
He says,
That's my car.
we go east and from there we go back down south, down towards the city.
Here you go. He's. Yeah, he just talks like that.
It's just so hard because he doesn't have like, any lines.
I know. Yeah. That's my car. Yo, bro,
That's my car.
he's such a good fucking actor, man.
Yeah.
And even Fury Road was good.
Yeah.
It's so dope they included him too, right? Just a little bit.
Furiosa.
No, but saying like Max was in it. Like, just
Yeah,
for that one
and Furiosa,
scene.
yeah.
Yeah. Furiosa, that's what it's called?
Yeah, Furiosa.
Oh, okay. No, it's called Fury Road.
That's the name of the Mad Max movie.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then Furiosa is the new one with Anya Taylor-Joy because it's about Furiosa. So it's just called like Mad Max : Furiosa, or I think it's called Furiosa : Mad Max like saga or some shit like that. But it is called Furiosa.
What?
Yeah.
The first one we watched is Fury Road.
Fury Road. Yes.
Oh, and the next one is called Furiosa Mad
Yeah.
Max. Both good.
Yeah.
Both good. Fuck the haters that said, oh, I don't like the CGI. Oh, you don't like good movies? Piece of shit.
And just like that movie with the power of AI,
Yeah.
we're ending this episode.
Hell yeah, dog. Shout out to
The power of AI, because with AI we can do anything. Because here at Earth, Mind, and Matter,
Let's do something new. Socials here. Goodbye. Wait. Socials here. Goodbye. Oh wait. Actually, can we do this? Hello everyone. Today we're at Earth Mind Matter Studios and we're gonna watch The Lights Turn Off.
I can't
All right.
wait to watch the lights turn off.
And yeah, so now we're gonna watch The Lights Turn Off. Just wait for them to turn off.
Oh, they're off.
All right, have a good day.